I mean, we were talking definitely off air. That one of your special prize moments of this exhibit you've been doing. That first of all, if you're just not tuning in, talking to Cam Kirk, if you don't know about this man, he's been putting up these exhibits all around Atlanta of all the hottest artists, up and coming artists. But one of the ones that you said to start off the exhibit that was dear and close to you was when you found out Bankroll Fresh died. What
Yeah,
was your
yeah.
thoughts?
Man, I was on the road actually with Lil Wayne and Ray Shrimmer at the time, and we got the news in the studio. They were finishing up that Shrimp Life 2 album. We were in
Mm.
the studio in St. Louis, and the call came through, and it just killed the complete vibe of everyone. I mean, to the point where the studio was silent for at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
No one could do nothing but just shake their head. And partially was we literally was on the phone with Bankroll that day.
Wow.
Earlier that day, we Jimmy had called him and was talking to him about coming out at South by Southwest for a show they were trying to put together, and we just spoke to him. So to get that to get on Instagram and scroll and see that, it just killed us. And at the time, I've just felt so bad because of my personal connection with bro, and for me not to be in the city and just be able to celebrate him with everybody else and to come together with everybody in Atlanta to really do that. I knew when I came home off the road, I came off the road maybe like a week or two after, I was like, man, I have to do something.
Right.
I have to use my voice or whatever I have to do something to show my respects to him. Because out of every artist I work with, I deal with so many egos and attitudes and personalities. He's been the one from day one that's been consistent and consistently genuine. He's the one artist that I can go around and he asks, how are you doing?
Right.
Before he asks, where your camera at or anything. He's, how you doing, bro? You good? How your family? You good? He's been like that from before Hot Boys to after Hot, like, every time I seen him. So for that, I always loved him for that, and I always felt the vibe that we had. So when I came home, I was like, man, what better thing can I do than put one of these photos I got of him large in the sky, put it in the middle of the city. I don't want to do it in a hood spot where people don't go to. I put it right on Northside Drive, Northside and 10th Street, where I know it's going to get the most views. And I came right out of pocket with it. And I got with Metro Boomin and Sunny Digital to help me do it because I know that we all had the same type of relationship with them and we all wanted to do something. So we all put the money up. And the billboard I did was something I had for a minute. Following up the Trap God exhibit I did, I was like, man, to follow up that Trap God exhibit, I got to do something crazy.
Something big.
And this was an exhibit that I had, but I didn't know how I was going to pull it off. I was like, it's just billboards, that's
Right.
expensive. How am I going to do that? So when this opportunity came, I said, man, if I do this with Bankroll, I need to keep it going.
Keep it going.
I want to keep the idea going. So I let him be the one that launched this theory, this idea. And here we are, 5 billboards later, whatever, and the idea is coming to fruition and people are catching on to it, and it's a blessing.
Well, one thing I want to say to you is, just speaking for Bankroll, because Bankroll was a real close friend of mine. I'm glad you had the opportunity to share that, especially what type of person he really was and how many people he actually touched. I definitely want to say thank you for doing that for Bankroll, because I think that even if you haven't talked to the parents or the family members, I think that everybody in the city that has been had a relationship with Bank and ran across him was thankful for the exhibit. So I think I salute you for that. What's next? What other? You said 5 billboards. 5 billboards in. Who else? Who else billboards you shot?
So since following up the Bankroll one, we did 21 Savage and Metro Boomin for that Savage Mode album.
Okay.
We did Little Yachty, a shoot that I'm very proud of, something I was able to kind of curate from top to bottom. We did Trouble. We did Sunny Digital. And we got a few more coming out. I just did Migos also in Miami from Art Basel. I wanted to bring them out there when I went to Art Basel to let them know how Atlanta's rocking and what we doing, give them a little taste of what we doing out here. And then I'm going to keep it going. Like I said, honestly, bro, you really inspired a pivotal moment within the exhibit. And you probably don't know this, and a lot of people don't really know this. But
I want to hear it.
Nah, yeah, for sure. We was in V-Live doing that Woptober week, and we was out there, and I remember everybody was in the building. Dolph, Rollo, Gucci, 2 Chainz.
I remember that night like it was
there.
yesterday.
And it was so crazy. There's so many people in there, and I'm very humble. Even to do this now is just crazy to me. You know what I mean? Being in this room so many times on different occasions, and for me to be sitting here now it's super, crazy to me. So when I was there and I was filming for Gucci and I had my back to the stage, I just remember you like, yo, Cam in the building. I think the first time you said it, I don't even think I looked. I was like, you're not talking about me. Keep it going. And then you said something about them billboards, and I turned around and it's you and 2 Chainz, and I was just like, hold on. they paying attention, like the right people noticing it. Cause for a minute when I did the first 3, like it got certain responses that I liked, but I didn't think it was going viral enough. I didn't think that people were still understanding that I'm putting new Atlanta artists on Billboard, they first ever billboards. I didn't feel like it was hitting at the time. I felt like people were like, okay, that's cool. You know, a Metro billboard, okay, Metro must have paid for it. But I didn't think they got like, nah, like I paid for that.
Right.
Like, you know, like, or this is how it went down. So
This is something that I'm doing from my heart and what I feel like I want to
I
offer
didn't
to the
think
city.
it was coming off the right way. Or maybe it was, and that showed me that it was, and that maybe I just was missing it. You know what I mean? Or
Right.
maybe the right people were seeing it, and then, you know, you say you get your flowers a little later, you know what I'm saying? So maybe it was coming. And I felt like ever since then, I've noticed it. I can't go nowhere without someone aligning me with billboards. So I
Right.
felt like, man, that moment, it sparked me to do Trouble.
That's
To
dope.
be real, because at that moment, I saw Trouble in the club, and I'm like, damn, like, he in here, he getting a lot of love, too, because I
Right.
seen 2 Chainz walk up on him. Gucci had asked me about him before, and I was like, man, Trouble, that's my boy. We've been talking about doing some stuff. Like, I remember I called my team immediately as soon as I left. They said, you know what? We doing another one next week.
Dope.
Call the company. We doing one next week, and now we're gonna keep it going. I think it's gonna be something that I do for the city of Atlanta. I think it's the least I can do for a city that has made me and made a career out of me and changed my life. It's the least I can do is pay it back to some of the artists that they've been able to. You know what I mean?
Definitely salute for you. So I definitely want to join your exhibit.
Nah, let's do it.
Possibly maybe we could talk about being one of the first DJs,
Yeah, let's
young
do
DJs
it.
to cultivate a lot of things that happen in the city. You know what I'm saying? As far as with this youth of this talent, I want to be a part of it, man. I want to get
For
I want to
sure.
get what you get a billboard and let's talk about it on the radio, make it bigger than life, and
Nah.
blew it all the way up. Because I think at the end of the day, one thing that I do know about Atlanta and what I fell in love with Atlanta is that everyone helped each other.
Yeah.
Everyone was working with each other. When I first started seeing the artists back in the day, Lil Jon and Jazzy Faye, they was all in each other's videos. You know, I want to bring the city back together like that because that's what I became a fan of Atlanta and fell in love with Atlanta. So I definitely salute you on everything you're doing, brother.
Man, I
And,
appreciate
and,
you
and,
guys.
and I know it's going to be a lot more coming,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, because you got some classic pictures out there, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Let them know how they can follow you on Instagram and how they can get in contact with you.
Man, you can follow me on Instagram at @thecamkirk. That's at THECAMKIRK. I'm on all socials under that name. Follow me, stay in tune with what I got going on. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot more. We're gonna make some crazy stuff happen.
Dope, dope, dope. Cam Kirk, ladies and gentlemen. Dirty Boys, Jay Nick, DJ Tone, Resident African started Cam. You know what I'm saying? All the Dirty Boys in Dirty World. You dig? It's going down. Hot 179. Yeah.